Shanti, sometimes it's easier to give up things like whatever, meat or you know, fasting or these kinds of things, than it is to give up like negative use things that we can't do anything about.
Yes.
Thoughts about things that we can't do anything about.
Yes.
So, and it's difficult because why are we so attached to those things even more so than things that are pleasurable, things that give us even grief or
Yes.
suffering, useless suffering?
I was thinking the same thing as that. It was in my mind that do you think we become addicted to feeling bad, like, or to beating ourselves up? That is we're addicted to that instead of.
This is my conclusion also. By doing so much consultation, I know several couples. Their joy comes from fighting. They say they want to get better, but they cannot do without fighting. They feel lost. They have nothing better. So sometimes we get addicted to pleasure. At the same time, we get addicted to pain or quarrels. And we don't know that. So unconsciously we want that. So people invite those problems. So suppose if somebody came to me, I do all the time, and I show them clearly, this is what is happening and this is what you can do. And they feel better and they get scared, they don't come back. Isn't there? So many things. They know they got so much impressed in all this. In their mind they want to do. But because of deep sanskaras, deep conditioning, they get frightened. Another sideline is, what are people frightened of? Frightened of being alone. Because they haven't trained themselves to be alone with themselves. Being alone with yourself is meditation. But for most people, being alone is like loneliness. So what they do is be occupied with some activity so they don't have to be left alone. Meditation practice is being alone. Being alone is being connected with your higher self so you can be at peace. So if you are connected, you are at peace. You are in the crowd or you are alone. But you are separated from yourself. You are lonely. So go to party, drink, smoke, it won't cover up. You are alone, you will be lonely, you are also will be lonely. Okay. So addiction was the main topic. Addiction, we get addicted to all this and this becomes a habit. And greatest enemy we have is our own self. Mind is our best friend and worst enemy. The same mind that is enemy, the same mind can be helpful. So people generally come to me when they are going through crisis. In the crisis, they keep up even for several years on weekly basis, bi-weekly basis, and then something changes, then they stop coming. If I call them or remind them, they feel guilty. Again, guilt comes in. Because they were studying, they were doing so good, and they accepted that I'm so good, so evolved, I don't get angry, I don't get attached, and they do something minor that is forgivable. I forgive them. I always say, forgive yourself all the time. But in their mind, they feel guilty, and that is why they stop coming back. This is what I find. There's so many things on sideline. So this is why in meditation, we have to go in and do the affirmation. I accept myself, I love myself. That's the first two affirmation. I love life. This is the foundation. After years of teaching, that is what I come up with, acceptance. And in the Wisdom for Living, I wrote several pages because acceptance, what do you mean? I'm fat or skinny? No, your mind, your thoughts, your tendencies, your temperament, all acceptance. Matter of fact, what you consider your bad quality, could be asset for you. When you learn acceptance, all the qualities you have is asset for you. Like your parents tell you, put you to medical school or law school, but your aptitude is for philosophy or art, and you say you are worthless because I cannot pass an exam or I cannot go to this college. You get to know what your talents and aptitude are. This is only when you accept, because we are programmed to look outside, we don't look within. So we have so many gifts we are not aware. In other words, we are living in the building filled with treasures in the basement, but you never explore the basement. That's what it looks like. This is what it is. Acceptance is very important. This is what I teach. Is anyone at any age, you be comfortable with yourself. That is the starting point. Instead of doing, exercises, people say do this exercise, do that exercise. Diet, people say eat this, don't eat this. Meditation, people say wake up at this time, do this. So many pranayam. Doing is the main cause of all the problems. Undoing. So when we get close to ourselves, we realize what we really want. Otherwise, we live in illusion. Okay, this is exactly what happens.